What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another Sister Wives video, and this one right here is season 17, episode 1, and we have been waiting a whole year for it to go less than a year, about 10 months I think now. But nonetheless, though, we're here. Let's give a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, that is a member of Patreon, and that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. But with that being said, let's get it started.
So, I mean, things with Kody and I have been hard for a long time. Months ago, we had a conversation, and he just made it very blatantly clear that he said just wasn't attracted to me anymore, and we were not going to have an intimate marriage anymore. We didn't touch, we didn't hold hands, we didn't hug, nothing. We had for a long time. So I just told him not to stay in my room anymore. I didn't want him in my space anymore.
She drops a bomb on me. She said, I don't want you to stay in my room anymore. She's like, my room is a special place to me, and nothing special happens there for us. I'm like, okay. You know, a lot of people have marriages, they're like this, romance-free marriage.
It felt really good to tell him to not come over. I didn't know how wonderful.
I came out to the garage. Kody's nightstand, clothes from dresser, Kody's bathroom stuff. I found that she had moved all my stuff from our bedroom into the garage. She had boxed it up and put it in the garage. I just ran in and saw labels. I'm having a hard time not being a little frustrated by this. Why? What is going on here? The last year we've been in this COVID experience that has brought us to this point where the family started to literally dissolve over the COVID.
Yeah, I mean, some of these are great, but clean mail with alcohol wipes? I mean, it's okay.
You can lock it or you can find a way.
I think that the pandemic is exposing sort of the cracks in our family.
You got rules and regulations for work. Why can't we have that for a family staying healthy?
Because we're a family. Why don't we just verbalize it and trust each other?
Therein lies the problem. Right there.
This has all been very, very hard on him, which makes him very hard to live with.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to work this out.
No, this is not a safe conversation anymore. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm not going to talk to you.
I know that Kody and Christine have, had their challenges in the relationship, and especially this past year with COVID and, just kind of disagreeing on, how to handle it.
I'll be honest with you. I feel slighted.
Okay, hanging out with you isn't enough for my girls.
Either way, we're not jiving, and I'm out of the house.
It's like a never-ending progression, really and truly, right? It's just a back and forth, It's a good thing that Christine decided to obviously, step away, because, boy, man, the back and forth is draining yourself alone just to watch, let alone to even be in it. But hey, man, but at the end of the day, a lot of things are going to be uncovered this week, season, sorry. So I'm definitely looking forward to see, obviously how everything kind of goes down. But anyway, let's continue.
About what's going on in Christine's house, because she has a nature of understanding relationships and how to make them work.
Hey,
Hey,
talk to.
we're going to Christine's house.
You're going where?
I gotta go to Christine's house. I gotta have a conversation with her.
Okay, everything okay?
No. She says I need to talk to you. She follows me out to my truck. She says I don't want you to stay here anymore. I didn't know what that meant. I was kind of dumbfounded. I was almost slack-jawed. Well, the other day I was in the garage getting stuff for Gabriel while Christine was out of town.
Yeah.
All my stuff is out of her room.
I'm just shocked. I was just shocked.
So,
Listen, man, I ain't having none of this. I'm shocked. Does she even look bothered? Does Robyn even look bothered to you? She's just like, I'm just waiting for the classic Robyn tears in a second.
she's home now. I'm gonna go over there and just ask her why she moved me out.
Well, so,
What?
you can just stay, on the couch for a while. Maybe this is just, Cody,
Why would I sleep on the couch?
houses to go to.
Yeah, but we're not monogamous, so that doesn't count.
I don't know, sometimes you just can't sleep in the same bed with your spouse because you're struggling. Maybe she just needs a break, but he doesn't need to not be there. I mean, in fact, it should be the other way around. He should be there, present.
Well, yeah, but you gotta stay and, fix it and figure it out.
You know, I don't want to be sexist here, but why does a guy have to sleep on the couch? It's his room, too. I don't understand anything. I'm just going over. I'm going to just ask her why she moved my boxes.
Did she tell you? She didn't tell you why? I mean, I don't know.
I could talk to her. But what's the point of staying the night there? I've got no place to shower. It's the walk of shame. I'm not going to do it. But I'm not
I
going to...
would just assume that.
When man said that, I don't mean to be sexist here, I feel like that was shade towards the audience that's been calling him out for years, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Ah, damn. But yeah, why is it the man that's sleeping on the couch though, ladies? Explain yourselves in the comment section right now. Yo, man, listen, guys, make sure you're liking the video if you haven't liked it just yet, okay? Subscribe if you're new as well, but let's continue.
You can't stay, that she's saying don't stay in the house. She might just be in a weird spot right
Maybe
now.
I can move back in. I have no idea.
Right.
I feel like there's an unfairness in plural marriage, where if a husband is having a problem with one wife, he's going to somebody else's house. That wife he's having a problem with is alone. She doesn't have somebody else.
If I were you, I mean, I would stay in the house. Even if you're not in her room, you stay in the house. You sleep on the couch. You get a cot. You have.
Before she moved my stuff out, there was a couple times I just stayed until she asked me not to stay in her room.
Cody,
And then the kids went to bed, she went to bed, and I just left.
plan on staying there, even if you're sleeping on the couch. Yes.
No.
The matter of fact is the relationship is over, so I don't see the point of him even sleeping on the couch, let alone even staying in the property. It's done and dusted, so there's nothing even to talk about, to be honest with you. I get it, they're trying to save a marriage, but what's there to be saved? It's been broken for years. Intimacy, everything. You just said that.
That doesn't work.
It does.
There's no.
It does.
How does that
Because
work?
you're still in the house, and she might come down and speak to you, and she might want to, like, just, maybe this is just a thing where she's seeing if you'll stick it out.
Well, like, listen, I hate the idea because, first of all, it gives Christine power over where I sleep. I've done this, like, Janelle's tried kicking me out, Robyn's tried kicking me out. Well, like, Meri did it all the time. That's a game. To me, that's a game.
When man said it gives Christine power. You see what's going on here. Man does not want to be in a situation where he has no power. He wants to always be the one that has the power. The audacity behind this guy. Oh my days. That's what he cares about. Power. This isn't about power, mate. This is about doing the right thing. Well, that's if there is a right thing. Obviously, clearly there isn't a right thing because the relationship is done and dusted. But if there was a situation where the right thing was, this is what it would be. But okay, whatever.
I don't want to play that game. I'm not going to play that game.
I would not. That's your home, Cody.
I know.
Oh, man, freaking me out.
If you're not working at something out with somebody else, like, that's bullcrap. Like, go back.
I don't know. Okay.
I wish I would have told you now.
I'm scared to let him go. I get just like what's gonna happen next kind of a thing.
I'm not sleeping on the couch. That's all. I'm just gonna go.
I feel so powerless. And this is something that could affect all of our lives if they don't somehow figure this out.
Another key word there, powerless. You know what I mean? It's just all about being power hungry, nothing else but that. Anyway, we continue.
I'm positive. I've lived for a whole year, well, 9 months, thinking about what happens if this happens. But, so I'm positive for COVID. As much care as we've been taking with the boys here at home, keeping them separate, I must have just been exposed when everybody else was. I feel pretty good. I feel like I have just a bad cold, a little bit of a cough, some achy, I'm tired. So please, I hope that's all that ends up here.
I just found out that both Janelle and Savannah have contracted COVID-19. They're staying at home. The whole house is quarantined now. I don't know what to expect here.
I mean, I consider myself healthy, but maybe not as healthy as I could be. It's like, so that has me a little bit worried, but I'm hoping this is like the boys and it doesn't really progress past this bad cold stage. So I'm really stuck at home now.
I'm dealing with this stuff, and it's like my life is just this big unknown. How will Janelle and Savannah fare with COVID-19? An unknown. What's going on with Christine and I even? Well, that's an unknown. It's very stressful to live in a world where you don't understand what's going on in your life, what's going on around you. Just unknowns. I got noticed you moved me into the garage.
I can't have a marriage. It's not into a marriage. It's not fair. And we
Christine,
don't have it.
I didn't use those words at all. No, I just shrugged my shoulders. I didn't tell you it was over.
I don't want to be married to a guy who's just gonna shrug his shoulders when I'm asking him if we're gonna have an intimate marriage. I don't know. I guess that depends entirely on you. Well, that.
I'm going into essentially an unknown. How dare she move my stuff out of my house? I really just want to know what she's thinking now because we're not communicating. I
really don't want Cody in my room. It's gotten to the point where his presence just gives me anxiety.
I got noticed you moved me into the garage.
I did.
Like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Why'd you move me out?
I guess for a lot of reasons. It was hard having your stuff here. It was really, really hard. Cody, once you said you weren't attracted to me and you didn't want to have any sort of intimate marriage with me, I didn't.
Christine, that wasn't a call for where we're at. And like when you told me not to stay with you anymore, I was just dumbfounded. I was jaw dropped. Well, okay.
Why would you think I can't have a marriage? It's not an intimate marriage. It's not fair.
I didn't tell you that I wasn't going to be intimate with you.
You did.
No, I didn't.
So Cody and I had a conversation months ago about what marriage looked like in the future. It was terrible.
So what?
Before we even get into the marriage, into the future, this is the point, isn't it? It's just the back and forth. But again, end of the day, I don't know why Robyn's having this optimistic illusion that the relationship can be saved when he hasn't even been intimate with Christine anyway. I mean, has he been intimate with apart from Robyn? So like, hey Cody, by the way, Robyn is not a counselor. Remember that. Cool.
I'm like, so you don't want us to have an intimate marriage? And he goes, no. And I'm like, that's not enough for me. I can't not have an intimate marriage. And he goes, people do it all the time. I know couples that don't have intimate marriages.
I mean, he just made it very blatantly clear that he didn't see our relationship ever changing, like ever having an intimate marriage again. I never signed up for a marriage like that. Never. If he doesn't want to have a real marriage with me, I don't want him in my bed.
We lost you that night. If it was over, like if our intimate part of our marriage was over, at least it was over.
No, I just shrugged my shoulders. I didn't tell you it was over.
You said that you were not attracted to me, and we were
Christine,
not having an intimate
I didn't use those words at all.
Well, you've used the words enough.
I shrugged my shoulders and said, see. I didn't use those words. I don't want to get all confrontational here. She had been telling family members that she was wanting to leave me. We're talking, I think, a year or so ago. She's been telling everybody she wants to leave, and she's never told me. She's never talked to me about it. So when she says that, she asks me if we're ever going to be intimate, I'm hearing rumors from everybody that she's been threatening to leave. She hasn't been talking to me. I shrug.
He didn't just shrug his shoulders. I mean, can you imagine? It was one of the most humiliating experiences of my life. I don't want to be married to a guy who's just going to shrug his shoulders when I'm asking him if we're going to have an intimate marriage. I don't know. I guess that depends entirely on you. Well, that.
I think we both just need to be free of each other. I'm just ready to be free. It was bad before COVID. It's been 10, 12 years of bad.
No, it's not been 10 or 12 years of bad.
For you, it's been longer.
Oh, for you, it's been longer because you're the one that unraveled this whole thing on me. All of Lehigh I thought was a beautiful experience, a blessing, everything, and you told me that it wasn't.
Okay, what happened in Lehigh? That was like difficult. Do you remember? I asked you for help and you said no.
Where mine and Cody's marriage started to disintegrate is actually when I was pregnant with Truly.
Should we introduce her?
Yes.
This is Truly, our little girl, soon to come.
I was overwhelmed with everything. I still had to produce some sort of income, so I was working at night.
It's funny she says that because that was season 1, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was season 1. And that was when Robyn obviously was being introduced into the family. So it's a bit funny that their relationship started going downhill when Robyn basically became a part of the picture. So let's just state the... Oh yeah, I can't say it. Sorry, this is the Patreon. I was about to swear it was like you did our Patreon. Whatever. Anyway, yeah.
And Aspen in 5th grade was tucking the kids in bed at night, 10 years old, running the house after I'd leave for work. And I asked Cody, I said, I need your help. And he goes, I can't do that. I'm in other houses. I'm like, we live in one house. You just can't come over and tuck my kids in bed and talk to them and put them in bed. And he said, no, I just can't.
She says that, and that never happened. I don't know what she's talking about. As I look back on this and I analyze what she's saying, she wasn't wanting a fairness with the other wives. She was wanting more. She was asking for stuff that I couldn't give her because I had other wives and other children to be tending to as well.
I know that I'm not the best sister wife.
You don't get to blame me alone for how this relationship has gone for us.
I'm blaming you alone.
Yes, you are. You're telling me I'm never around. I don't have time to play like she has time to play.
Why are you insisting on holding on to me?
If you don't want to be married to me anymore, you don't want to have an intimate marriage with me anymore, flip and tell me. It is cowardly. Man up. Come on.
Just about me and Lehigh. You were telling me things about your sister wives that you didn't like about them and how that relationship was.
I know that I'm not the best sister wife. I'm not that close to Meri. I'm not that close to Robyn. I'm super close to Janelle. I mean, I get jealous. Marriage, it's really difficult.
You don't get to blame me alone for how this relationship has gone for us.
I'm blaming you alone.
Yes, you are. You're telling me I'm never around and that I was not here before COVID.
How many days have you spent with us? Like full days before COVID? Like full days.
So let's just say we've lived here for 800 days. He went hiking with us once. He's been kayaking with us twice. One time he didn't even get in the water. That's 3 times he's gone with us. 3 out of 800.
I was here for full days regularly. I remember full days here. But when people work, they leave the house. When people have things to do, they leave the house. I don't have time to play like she has time to play. I got a lot of work to do and a lot of responsibilities. I don't get this. You don't show up here and stuff like that. It's like, what are you doing all day? It's certainly not cooking and cleaning because then, listen, there's nothing to say here.
Why are you insisting on holding on to me? Why?
Whoa.
This isn't working, Cody. You said it wasn't working too. You said you were not
It's
interested
not working,
in me. You were interested in a sexual marriage with me. You said that. You said people survive for years without having an intimate marriage. You said that.
You're blaming me for me being turned off by your behavior.
We've been married for 25 years. I've known you for almost 30 years. Don't insult me. Tell me straight up. If you don't want to be married to me anymore, you don't want to have an intimate marriage with me anymore, flip and tell me. It is cowardly. Man up. Come on.
So why would I let you
Christine,
in my bed?
I bought this house. I bought this furniture. I bought this bed. This is my place too.
I know, but you don't love me.
It's so embarrassing. This conversation, just looking at it, is so embarrassing.
Being married to you has been heartache. And it's been pain. Because I tried for so long, so hard to be what you needed.
Yeah,
I
I
did
agree.
everything that I could do to make it so you would want to be around me. I tried so...
Everything but treat your sister wives with kindness and respect.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay. That statement makes me want to scream. As if I haven't had my heart broke and hatred of plural marriage. Here's the thing. Christine was great at being willing to mother Janelle's kids. Okay? But she was never willing to mother or be a good mother to Robyn's kids. The reason I'm not attracted is because she's not being loyal. It feels like because I feel betrayed. It's true. We married under circumstances that were...
It's crazy how betrayal works in a polygamous relationship. Crazy how they see it, but okay. End of the day, like I said before, it's back and forth, but end of the day, the only reason why it is back and forth is because Kody is refusing to allow Christine to walk away with the win in the conversation, because the conversation has to go his way and there's no other way because he's a narcissist. And it's so sad because this man has too much energy to go back so freaking long. Like, don't you have a job anymore? Like, do something else, man. Like, go be a dad or something. Like, yo, like, you told Christine that you didn't want to sleep with her no more. You told her you're not even attracted to her anymore because you don't like her attitude. And yet you're still fighting for her to stay in your life.
not romantic.
They were for me. They were for you.
Okay.
It was romantic for me.
I didn't know better.
And how'd you know better?
Had I known better,
You wouldn't have married me.
but it felt like we were following through with the destiny.
I know, but do you think I would have been in a marriage where you
Christine,
were
but we were in a marriage. After that, we got in marriage that was wonderful.
It wasn't wonderful for you.
I can't sit and have you criticize and undermine other people in their whole lives and watch you do that and feel respect for you.
I'm not undermining anybody.
Christine, I fell in love with you because I thought you were treating people great, and then you started treating people badly, and that really messed with them.
How long has it been since I treated people badly? You're talking about when I was insecure?
So basically what he's saying is the reason he's not attracted to me is because I treat my sister wives terrible? Is that what he's saying? I don't care what he's saying. I'm not being mean. I had all these criteria I had to meet in order for him to be attracted to me. Can we just say then that it's over? If I have to meet all these criteria in order for him to be attracted to me, I just can't be myself. I just can't be myself. He's just not attracted to me. I mean, I can probably count to my hand how many times he told me I was actually beautiful. And I don't think it has anything to do with my sister wives.
So you're saying now you just see it completely unsalvageable?
But it's over. Why do you feel different?
I wasn't attracted to you when we got married. I felt pressured into the marriage. I did not know better at the time.
Oh my gosh, really? He didn't know better? So did he marry me out of an obligation like he had to marry me? That's so sad.
When we find a good place in that marriage, I felt like it was destiny.
It was great for years.
So why is it so easy to get rid of it?
Because it's been 10 years of sad and heartbreak. My heart's been shattered enough. You think it's dramatic? I don't know, but Cody, my heart has been shattered enough.
Okay.
Why would you want to hang on to this?
I think it's just irresponsible at the point we are with our kids at the point they are. Here's the thing. I think we should be trying to work towards reconciliation for the sake of our kids. And then I mean, I think it's bad timing.
No. I think you should be working on you accepting that the relationship is over because you made it clear that you was no longer attracted to your wife. It's just that simple. And you're also saying some other crazy stuff as well that just screams. Oh yeah, well, I quote Cody. This makes me want to scream. That screams. Clearly, you're not even happy. You've never been happy. You're never gonna be happy. You just want to keep around for the sake of keeping around. What is the logic behind this guy's brain cells, though? He said everything that makes sense to walk away. My brain hurts. Like, it's damaged right now. What the hell, man?
I'm just dumbfounded. I'm grabbing at straws, though, because it's literally like she's moved on, and I'm sitting here like a dope. I feel pathetic. I'm angry, and I feel pathetic. Christine, look, I struggled to keep this family healthy for so long, and major sacrifice for myself. I've been fought.
I defended you.
Why do I believe that in the state that you're at?
I don't, because you don't trust me. It's fine.
That's true. I don't trust you.
Please don't point your finger at me.
Well, that's true.
Don't point your finger at me.
Fine. Stop pointing the blame at me.
Okay.
You and I have intimacy and love in the relationship. I'm sorry it's conditional based upon being part of a plural family.
A couple times a year doesn't work for a marriage.
You say a couple times a year feels like an accusation.
You're not interested in an intimate marriage with me. I was.
But you are?
Was, Cody. I'm not interested in an intimate marriage with you anymore. Even if you said at this point we could have intimacy again, I wouldn't believe it for a second. It's not like when I'm away from you.
Even if you said you liked plural marriage and would be devoted to it, I wouldn't believe that for a second.
Okay.
Christine, that's
really good for both of us, and I was secure, and I had an important place, and I was important to you, then plural marriage was awesome. Then I felt displaced. I felt hopeless. Yes, I got jealous for the first time ever.
Goodness.
You
For
want to
10
take me
years.
back.
That was the problem. The problem was just that you never got over that.
You are an asshole to think that my value as a human being is contingent upon how you feel I'm treating other people and you don't find me attractive. I think you're looking for excuses. Why should how I treat the woman you love? That's just what it comes down to. I think he has a favorite wife, and that's why all of this is like it is. And apparently I'm not treating her well enough. So there's nothing I can do. I mean, honestly, what he's asking from me is ridiculous.
It's not even the fact that there's nothing to do. It's the fact that you shouldn't even want to do anything because it's not worth you doing anything. You said it yourself. He has a favorite wife, and even if he claims he doesn't, it's the way he's making you all feel, or making you feel. Obviously, most important in this situation. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. Make sure you're liking the video, please, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and subscribing as well if you're new to the channel. I need to do a better job reminding people to like it, subscribe it. I'm used to it. Anyway, let's continue.
Just look at present where we are.
Yeah, marriage sucks.
Do you want to be married to me? Do you want to
Christine, do you want to be married to me? Because you're the one that shot the first 2 blows here.
No, I don't want to be married to you.
I'm good with that. Nobody's a prisoner here. What does that mean now?
I need to move, Cody.
Why?
Move back to Utah where I'm surrounded with people that want to spend time with me.
We have children together, Christine. I have to be in their lives. Just because you decided to travel during COVID doesn't mean that I shouldn't have access to them.
I'm like, I'm just messed up by this. She's taking Truly away now. She's going to move. You can't legally leave with her. I don't think.
It's heartbreaking being around you. It is so hard.
What? If you don't love me and you want out, so what? We got a family together still. We can make hanging out work. It couldn't possibly be worse than the experiences we've had recently. So, all right, we're not lovers anymore, but our family still is a family. How do we do that? You're going to sit here and continue to be jealous the rest of your life that I love other people and feel affection towards them? That's the poison in this whole thing is you sat here the whole time going, I want something more than what I'm getting.
Each one of these laying this at the feet of somebody that she's jealous of when she's not taking any accountability.
Am I hearing this guy right? Did he just use the word poison without referencing himself? The only poison that I see is you? The audacity. This guy.
For the fact that our relationship together is where the problem lies, not in some favoritism that I have for any of the other wives, Mary, Janelle, or Robyn.
I don't know how to make it function as a family. I don't know how to stay here.
You can grow up and do it. You can go, you get married to somebody else, you can bring them here and they can become part of the family. You don't break up the family with what you're trying to do. And if you're a grown-up, grown-ups do that.
You expect me to stay here?
We have kids together. Yeah, no, it feels like you've poisoned the well for me.
I know you think that way.
Yes, I believe that.
I know you believe that. And I don't think there's anything that I can say to tell you that.
No, there's not. But we can still actually salvage the family. Grown-ups make it work for the kids. I don't have to be your lover to be able to be a good parent to our children. So the idea of moving doesn't work for me.
Mitch and Aspen and Tony and Peyton and McKelty, they want to be around us. They want to be around us. That's the reason we've gone out of town all the time.
Okay, so this is what happens. This is the cycle that happens with COVID, all right? Family, we don't know what this is like, but we're going to abide by these rules, the COVID protocols. You and Janelle have, and your children have different views of that. Because I've got to maintain a certain level of the COVID rules, but nobody else does. It's easy to point the finger from everybody that dad is doing something wrong.
Before COVID ever hit.
Sorry, this one's not going to work with me.
This does work.
Because you guys tried this.
You know what I learned in COVID? That I can do it alone. That I can do it without you. I didn't know I could.
You know what? I'm so effing mad about this that I want to just put it aside and let this go. But if you're going to take the kids and leave, and does that mean that the family, it's like, that's no more?
I know that being here feels like we're not part of a family anyway. I know that being here.
Being here during COVID is hard on everybody. You're making a decision. Yes, it is.
No,
it is.
You haven't been around for years. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I'm here every third night, and you can't say that I'm not.
She has been mistreated. There's no victim here. She's lost her faith, her religion, her direction, and now she is wanting out of this marriage.
You're going on a singular memory.
You. There's no me. Literally, you. I'm actually getting bored of this right now. It's beyond pathetic. Like, Christine, why have you got up and just walked out by now? This is literally going nowhere. Please just leave. Just walk and get the hell out, man. Like, I'm watching a bunch of teenage kids going back and forth for the sake of just going back and forth. Just so they can walk and be like, yeah, I'm the one that broke up with her. Or, yeah, I'm the one that broke up with him. Like, just walk away and say we had a mutual agreement. But clearly that's never going to happen in this situation. At this rate, they might as well get the kids involved to play judge, jury, and... Oh, no, we can't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyway, let's go.
Of what has happened for the past 10 months. Well, I kept the rules, and you broke them. That makes me look like a bad guy to my kids. I know, because guess what? My adult children are coming after me too, and saying that I've been neglecting everybody. And I'm like trying to explain to them that I wasn't neglecting everybody, that those who were being neglected were breaking the rules and making it so I couldn't do my job. You and I are not going to convince each other about our past. Actually, you've convinced me about our past. And I'm tired of saying slow marriage sucks, because I have people I know who live it well and are happy. This is what I'm afraid of. You take Truly and you go to Utah, the most polygamy unfriendly state in the union. You get a boyfriend who wants some of our money. And between you, your boyfriend, and the state of Utah, I lose any access to Truly and all my money because I've seen it happen to many, many people.
So that's your biggest fear?
Utah, a greedy boyfriend, a user, a greedy new husband, a user. Okay? I would like you to promise me that will never happen.
It's not going to happen.
Promise.
I promise.
Yeah, and everything Kody is saying and how he's behaving, is confirming my decision. I made the right decision because he's not safe for me. Sorry, that was really, he's not safe for me. There's no doubt in my mind that I've chosen correctly here.
Living through a marriage has been an effort. There's been no joy.
You're excited about getting out.
I'm heartbroken about getting out, but I can't live in that heartbroken spot. There's a hope for a future, but I look at it as being very hard.
It's been worse for Mary. You and I have had way more romance than me and Mary have
I
had
would
in 5
never,
years.
ever want what you and Mary have. And I would never want what you and I have. And nor would I want Mary to have that relationship with you. No way. That's hard. That's so heartbreaking.
I get so frustrated when he's like, yeah, but Mary is doing this and she's fine. I'm like, why are you comparing my marriage with you with your marriage with Mary? Why do we compare your marriage with Robyn with my marriage with you? I mean, why do we compare that?
It's been so hard to talk about thorough marriage, to talk about sister wives. It has been so heartbreaking and so hard being your wife, where I feel like I don't matter and I'm not important. You have so many other places you'd rather be. Do I bring up the Mother's Day where you came over for 15? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Our numbers are different. It's fine. Your time is your time. It's fine. Do whatever you want with it.
Christine, I mean, I see my stuff moved out. I've been defensive ever since I've seen that. Okay?
It is heartbreaking being your wife. It's been heartbreaking being your wife for years. It has been heartbreaking when I asked you for help, and I still ask you to help, and I ask you to be a partner, and I ask you to be here. And you're not, I don't care what you say.
And I see it as it's
You're not here, and when you're here, you're not emotional. It doesn't matter. But
I don't know how you when I was sitting here playing, trying to engage
important
kids
to you,
all the time.
when I was important to you, and I mattered, it was fine. It was easy to live through marriage. It was fine. But now all I get is a constant reminder every time I see you, every time there's a family get together, every single time I see you being this amazing husband, this amazing dad who cares, who helps in the home, who spends so much time with the kids. Are so
Damn, like she remembers all of that. When did that last happen? I haven't seen that ever. Probably since season 1, to be fair.
so secure with you, and they're 100% great with you because they've given them the opportunity to be there with them. I see it, and
You're
I watch
comparing
it.
relationships.
I'm
and
not
you're
comparing.
Yeah, you are.
Cody, when we
Yeah,
get
you
together,
are.
I
This
just
is
don't
the
know what
voices
I
that
did
you've
wrong.
been putting into a marriage for
What
12
did
years.
I do wrong that you wouldn't help me? All the times that I've asked
I
you.
felt like I was. I felt like I was here. I felt like I was dealing with somebody who was constantly agitated. I felt like somebody that like there was a constant discomfort. So if I seemed detached when I was here, it was.
That's what this is. Because my heart has been broken enough.
So for us, total marriage doesn't work.
For us, marriage doesn't work.
I feel like to Kody, Robyn's more important, certainly than I am. And I've been a third wheel for years now. And I know it, and everybody knows it. And it's sad, and it sucks.
I think all of the wives, apart from Robyn, have been the third wheel personally. I mean, just throwing it out there, I wouldn't go as far as saying you're the only one that's been the third wheel. You've all been the third wheel.
But my relationship with Kody isn't as important. It's not. No matter what he says, it's not. The sun doesn't set and rise and set on me. It doesn't. But nor has it ever, really.
Well, I mean, you decided to move on, and I'm sitting here going, this. All right.
Why would you want me to stay?
Because I'm supposed to.
You don't want to. You don't really want to.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
We can't make ourselves into something that we don't want to, because I think we've tried doing that for years now. Previously on Sister Wives. My biggest concern right now is how we go forward. We can't.
Okay, very funky recording. I think maybe it doesn't matter. Either way, we're here now. Okay, I mean, I didn't expect the whole episode to be about Kody and Christine personally. I thought that we was going to get a little bit of everybody else, but at the end of the day, I really hope that we don't get that episode 2, because that was freaking exhausting seeing them go back and forth. So hopefully now in the next one, we're going to also see, a little bit of more content for other people as well, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, in terms of anything to add, there's really nothing to add, because literally all they do is go back and forth, and it's evident that, of course, the divorce is definitely the right direction, regardless of what Kody thinks, what Kody says. Kody's freaking delusional, and that is the bloody bottom line. So it is time to call it quits, man. Come on. But either way, though, obviously there's gonna be more to uncover throughout the season anyway, in terms of how the relationship actually does go down in and out, and obviously how Christine does finally go her separate way based on the things that we have seen before the season started. But hey, with that being said, though, thank you so much for your time. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Peace.